Today we are fortunate to be here in Sri Mayapur together with Dr. Vallabhbhai Kathiria. Pronunciation, I hope, is close.
Quite okay.
Dr. Kathiria is the chairman of the Rashtriya Kamdhenu Aayog, which is the Central Indian government's agency for cow welfare and protection. This is a government agency which has just been established last year, I believe, in July, he said. And he has been with us the last day discussing with our people of the Agriculture and Cow Protection Ministry of ISKCON, explaining what kind of activities are being done with this ministry. Dr. Kathiria, I was very impressed with how you described the incredible number of ways in which you plan to have this agency have influence in India. And I was especially struck that you said 35 different ministries you have found particular ways to interact. So one question I have with that is whether there will be an opportunity at some point, perhaps it's not yet, that we could see list of the different ministries and specifically how it is that you plan to have such interactions.
Yes, first of all, I would like to thank you all ISKCON fraternity. I am very much happy to be over here in Mayapur, the birthplace of our Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ji,
Yes.
and where our Prabhupada ji also spent lots of years here in this land. It's my pleasure to be over here to discuss the various issues related to cow protection, cow development, cow preservation, and cow-based social environment as a whole. Yesterday, with your cow ministry and other devotees, we discussed a lot, and I am very much pleased to share with you that our Honorable Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi, he has clear vision and mission how our community can prosper, our nation can build a Sanskritik Bharat, the culture, all our heritage can be re-established. As it is said, it is a country of Gau, Ganga, Gayatri, Gita and Govind. So how we can correlate all these things for the nation development, the nation which has had glory in past. It's really a great thing for us that we have to revive our glory, our ancient heritage, our culture. And in 21st century, when the whole world is looking towards India, India can only show the path for the survival of the not only human beings but the whole universe. And in that the role of cow. How cow can play a role for the climate change issues, for the economical prosperity, for the health of not only the individual but the all creatures, and overall spiritual society. And I am very happy that ISKCON fraternity is doing lots for cows. Basically, Modi ji identified few areas where cow, for the welfare of the cow, I think it's a misnomer to say welfare of the cow. It is welfare of the humanity, welfare for us. If we will be able to protect cow, then cow will protect us. So on that philosophy, we are working with various ministries. Rashtriya Kamdhenu Aayog is an apex body. It's an advisory body.
Yeah.
It is a policy making body which will guide the various ministries in government of India and the various states also all over the country various institutes, various NGOs, various religious organizations. We will coordinate, we will integrate with all these fraternities, those who are willing to serve for the purpose of the nation welfare along with the cows. We have identified more than 35 ministries, as you said. See, the animal husbandry ministry will be the prime ministry to look into about the cow protection, cow welfare, cow preservation, the nutrition of the cow, health of the cow, and various productivity. But along with that, agriculture ministry, we can have, usually agriculture and animal husbandry ministry are correlated, so that the cows can be kept there in farms, they can eat and give milk, urine and cow dung, and how they can almost contribute to the farming. So schemes are made how we can utilize cow dung and cow urine for biopesticide and biofertilizer. So that way that ministry will come into the picture along with the chemical and fertilizer ministry. They will find it out what are the uses of pesticides and how to make fertilizer, biofertilizer, organic for organic farming, and accordingly the schemes can be percolated up to the farmer level, up to the farm. We can save as much as 5 lakh crore rupees which we are importing the chemicals and fertilizers and pesticides only by utilizing the cow urine and cow dung in our indigenous method. So similarly, the chemical and fertilizer ministry will come into picture. Cooperative ministry. So there are milk dairies, cooperative milk dairies. There are cooperative societies. There are NGOs. The cooperative ministry will work with that cooperative department and how to have more cooperative for milk cooperative processing. Then cow dung and cow urine can be also collected on a cooperative base, and accordingly the various projects can be run by the cooperative societies. The role of cooperative milk ministry will be how to contribute in that cooperative sector. Then culture ministry. See, cow is basically in our cultural heritage. So culture and heritage ministry will look for the how they can contribute various Gaushala to make it culturally very eco-friendly and sport for cow tourism. So tourism ministry will work for the cow tourism, how to make the point of attractions. Then even law ministry. So to protect the law or protect the cows, there is dire need for cow protection law act in the national level. So we can suggest that the government should go for the complete prohibition for the slaughter of the cows. So these are the various areas where we will coordinate, we will have integration of the various schemes, various policies, and ultimately we want to see that the cows are kept well in their houses at the farm or by the owner. They are not neglected. Stray cows should be zero. It's a zero tolerance for our stray cow, our aim. No cow should be on road except for grazing. They should go for grazing, that is okay. So these are the areas where we are going to work in near future.
Swami Dayanand in the late 19th century wrote a pamphlet called Go Karunanidhi, in which he mentions that in earlier times the kings would keep 50% of the land for grazing. Obviously, this is not presently the case. Is there some way that there could be work done in the direction of developing grazing land in India?
Very, very true. There are certain land of the villages which are entitled as a Gauchar land. So, as per the Supreme Court order, and Supreme Court already said that no Gauchar land can be utilized for other purpose than the grazing and keeping the cows there in the Gauchar land. So now the government has issued the order that where the grabbing is there, where the illegal occupation is there, they should be vacated and they should be kept for the cow grazing and cow welfare activities. And we are also trying to make open the forest land also for grazing. See, the forest land is basically the cows are not harming the forest. As per the latest scientific reports from African the Alan Savory, it is said and it is observed that if cows and animals goes for the grazing in the forest area, on the contrary, it helps in developing the forest from their urine and cow dung and cow urine.
Yeah.
So we are going to convince the forest ministry also that there should be some provision so that the cow can go to the forest area in hilly areas and then can come down in the evening and have a shelter, a beautiful shelter there. So these are the areas where we are going to make policies, decisions, and accordingly it will be percolated to the state level. State will be enforce the states to make the provisions.
You mentioned some research, and I was also struck yesterday. You mentioned several research institutes doing work related to cow, and I was wondering if there's some central coordination of these research projects, and whether there's some way that one can access from a central clearinghouse, so to say, or from a website, the research that these people are doing.
See, there are lots of areas for research in cow, right from spiritual angle, where the aura of the cow, the even touch of the cow, even where we look towards the cow, and we can feel the vibrations. From those areas, we want to have some research on how it affects the psychology, how it affects our mentality, our anger, our mind, how it becomes peaceful and cool and calm. Right from that area up to the breeding area, we want to improve our breed. What happened for last almost 500 to 700 years, we neglected the cow and it became the stray, it became just a myth and a weapon for just to worship only, but we forgot the science behind it. We forgot the importance. So now when technology is there, when science and research is there, we would like to utilize this technology and scientific mind and research areas where we can improve our breed, genetic improvement, then milk. It is said the cow milk is ambrosia, amrut hai. So how it is, what are the content, what are the qualities, what are the peculiarities in cow, so that it is called as ambrosia. So we would like to explore all these contents and all these elements in cow. That research is going on at that Ayush level. Then cow dung and cow urine. Urine is best pesticide, best medicine. Cow dung is best fertilizer. For these climate change issues, we are now afraid of the Third World War. If any country bombards atom bomb, then what will happen? We are afraid of that Nagasaki and Hiroshima incident of Second World War. And what will happen if the Third World War happens? At that time, only cow dung can protect us from this radiation. That is also scientifically proved. But now it has to be validated. It has to be scientifically proven. It is proved, but it has to be enlarged in a right focus. So all these areas are there where we would like to work with do research with various ministries.
So my question is how to access all of this research. Someone, especially in the West, we're of course concerned with India, but as our ISKCON is an international society, we also want to spread this kind of knowledge to a wider educated audience. And it's very difficult for them to access this kind of information. So I was thinking perhaps your ministry could help to make it available.
Yes, what we are thinking now, there are two areas of research. A basic research that can be done at the laboratories and genetic institutes and our scientific laboratories by Government of India or the state governments, and applied research where we can have clinical trials and in hospitals, in fields and other areas where we can have practical implications of the various research. So these trials are good. In that area, in that case, we can have MOU, we can have some cooperation with ISKCON International so that the areas can be identified and research laboratories or research subject can be identified and particular subject for particular laboratory and particular NGO. That can be correlation, collaborated for the research. As such, overall, the ISKCON International can have MOU with us to spread the message of cow welfare and cow-based importance of the cow to the society by seminars also, by conferences, even by nowadays it is an area of digitalization.
Yeah.
So by that way also we can spread the message.
Very good. Well, you just mentioned education, wider education, and you mentioned some ideas yesterday with that, in that regard. And I'm lately thinking about children and exposing children to our understanding about cows. And we've had some discussions with the idea of creating within our society something called Kids for Cows.
Good.
And it occurred to me, maybe this is something which we could also cooperate on. This could be something
Yes,
that could be expanded in a big way.
Very true.
Because
See?
starting with the young
Yes,
people, this
yes.
is
Catch
where-
them young.
Catch
We should
them
catch
young,
them.
yes.
If the culture of inculcated regarding the cow's importance right from childhood, then it will spread, and what the problems we are facing at present will be solved automatically if their mindset is changed. Nowadays, we are all Macaulay culture. So all our culture, our heritage, our spirituality is forgotten. Now we want to inculcate again our ancient spirit to the children. And regarding the cow, when I am saying, we would like to introduce some chapters in curriculum, right from standard 1 up to the college level, up to the 12th level, up to the 10th level, in various, maybe in form of story, maybe in form of history, maybe in form of scientific information regarding climate change, maybe in form of the health issues, agriculture purpose. So there are various subjects. These chapters can be included in curriculum in our at national level. Number 2, we would like to hold Gau Vigyan examination all over the country, so that the people are, the young children and youth is interested in knowing the cow. And nowadays in the area of digitalization, everybody will be able to access the material. And by that way they can be sensitized. They can have their knowledge about the real knowledge along with the science to the young generation. So this is the area where also we can contribute to expand the area of knowledge.
Wonderful. We want to thank you, Dr. Kathiria,
Yes.
for coming all this way.
Hare Krishna, and I am blessed by Prabhupada ji, by all you devotees, that God give me strength to serve for the country, to serve for our Gau Mata, and to re-establish our Gau Sanskruti, not all for our country, but for all over universe, because it is my conviction now, after reading and after experiencing all these activities, that cow will be the savior. Cow can only save the universe from these disasters. Maybe this violation, maybe all corruption, chaos, and maybe the terrorism also from the world war, and psychological upset mentality of the whole world. The people are becoming angry and almost detached. So all this can be again resettled by
Yes.
cow-based society.
Yes.
And I seek all blessing from you. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.